right now. I mean, right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240.
No, I don't see anything stuck.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is a friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Hello. Welcome, Jobfather Nation. Are we excited today? All right, let's get this show on the road. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Welcome, Jobfather Nation. Oh, good. All right, awesome. Welcome, everybody. It is another week past. I know how crazy it is right now. All these weeks are just flying by. But anyway, welcome to the Jobfather Nation. We are brought to you by the NTX Radio Network, also formerly known as the Joco Community Radio Show. Please check them out. Make sure you download the app so you can watch this content and more on any iOS or Android device. And please make sure you help out our sponsors on this network. Foster, with that being said, I'm going to give it up to you.
Yeah, guys, let's start this thing off right. welcome. Good morning. Is it still morning? Yeah, it's still morning.
It
Good
is still morning.
Job Seeker Network. I am Foster Williams. I am the Job Father. I'm sure you guys figured that out already. So let's see if I do a good Job Father thing. So we always start this radio show off with a word of prayer, and I don't have to explain that. Everybody understands that. So, guys, bear with me real quick. Bear with me. Father, we're all looking for a job. Mez and I, and Dana's on travel. Keep her safe today. And we are here to let job seekers know what they need to know in order that they may navigate job search, because it's so much different in these days. And we thank you for the things that you provide for us in this network in order to get that done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. All right. So, you know what, Mez, we had a big old job fair yesterday. The North Texas Job Fair, sponsored by Congresswoman Beth Van Dyne. And she was walking around and there was cool. I got a chance to high five her. And,
Nice.
it was, oh my goodness, it was 500 plus companies there. I've never seen a, I'm as long as I've been recruiting, I don't want to tell you how long I've been recruiting because you think I'm a dinosaur, but, and I kind of am. What my favorite one is that guy. Anyway, but you know what? It was just monstrosities of companies there. So a lot of you guys found out about the show yesterday. So a lot of people that were at the job fair yesterday, hello. I've got my UT garb on. I told you guys I was going to have my UT colors on, and y'all know why, because we're getting close. We're about a month away from college football. It's my favorite time of year. Julian, you and I are going to be talking about that, man. So guys, absolutely awesome show today. Mez and I and Julian want to talk to you guys. We're always talking about this network. So we want to break down what the network looks like, help you guys understand why we are so up in arms about this network and all the value that we see. And when you're looking for a job, believe me, you guys need to be part of this network. I see Jason Hopper has joined us.
Hey, J-Hop.
Jason said that the two most important words, hook 'em. And there you go, Jay. And so, guys, before we get started, I've got a lame dad joke, but it's pretty good to share with you guys. I try to make y'all laugh before every show. Okay, so the question, guys, that I have is, why were the elephants thrown out of the Olympic swimming competition? Think about that now. Why were the elephants thrown out of the Olympic swimming competition? Because they couldn't keep their trunks up. Oh Lord!
Wow.
Julian, I do this every show, and it doesn't work. But Mez and I, we keep throwing it out. Okay, guys, let's talk about this network. So, this is called the Career Search Network. I think that explains itself. My brother Derek Galindo is on with us this morning. So, what's up, D? Shout out. So, and I think my buddy also.
We lost him. Did we lose him?
I lost.
We lost Julian.
Did we lose Julian?
I think so.
Oh my goodness, he'll be back.
Yeah.
I think my brother Gene Clay is on with us as well.
Hey, Gene.
Shout out to Gene. Mean Gene. He's not mean. He's a really cool guy. So, guys, I want to share a couple of websites with you as we get started. We get together, and when I say we in the network, we get together in groups. It's usually at churches, usually offer us space to get together, and there may be 200, 250 of us that get together, and we help each other get a job. That's what we do. And we bring in companies that are willing to help folks, looking to hire folks, because Foster goes out and it says, hey, I got 200 people in the room all looking for a job, and you guys got jobs on your website. So this is not rocket science. Where are you guys at? So good. Maz put Frisco Connect. That was the first one I wanted to go to. Thanks, Maz. Guys, check out friscoconnect.org. Check out southlakefocusgroup.com. South Lake Focus Group meets every Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning. There are all sorts of companies. There's 200 plus job seekers there looking to connect to get a job. And a lot of times we bring the jobs right to them. We bring the companies right to them.
We have recruiters there.
There's Gene. Good morning, Gene. And now I want to jump over to Frisco Connect. Go to friscoconnect.org, guys. We have wonderful speakers. After we hear the speaker talk about something this week, we had Dirk Spencer, very, very well-known recruiter, probably easily one of the top recruiters in Dallas-Fort Worth and probably the whole nation, to be honest with you. And he has books written about resume psychology. What are the recruiters, what are the hiring managers thinking in their heads when they look at our resumes, all this kind of stuff. Julian was there with us.
I was. I'm just checking it. Am I here? Am I back?
Yes, you are. Welcome back.
Oh, way to go. All right. I'm going to have a chat with my internet provider.
Oh, well, you and me both. So, guys, Dirk was talking about all sorts of things, job search. There were a lot of people there. And after at Frisco Connect, after the speaker goes, guys, we meet recruiters that have come to meet the job seekers, and we have that time during a little break time where we network with each other, and we meet the companies, and then we come back and we have a Q&A session after that, because when you have a good speaker there, and that's all we have. When you have a good speaker there, then you guys are going to have questions. And what we want to do at Frisco Connect and South Lake Focus Group is to get all of your questions answered. Everybody's job search is different. We don't all do the same thing. So any questions, any things that might have helped, might have come up in your job search, you want to ask, and we get those questions answered. It's a really, really neat thing, this Frisco Connect.
I'd like to just say real quick there, Foster, on that.
Jump in there.
I second that, because I have attended these meetups here recently. And for me, being a newbie to all of this career transition stuff, it has been an eye-opening experience. So if people are on the call in listening to the show, have never attended, go out there and get engaged, because these types of groups are essential.
That is the number one thing, and these groups are created to offer the help. How can we connect with these companies? If I apply for a job, probably I'm not the only person that applied for the job. So if there's 200 other people that have applied for the job and are in that applicant tracking system, what's going to set me apart from all the rest of them? How are they going to see me? I want to make sure that. So if you make a relationship with someone, or you meet someone like a Julian Vail that has a contact within that company, Julian can reach out and say, hey, I'm connected with you on LinkedIn. I have a relationship. There's my word, relationship. I have a relationship with you beyond just the connection, because you guys hear me say all the time, I don't play connected dots on LinkedIn.
I like what Jason Hopper just said in the chat. He said, he always says network or not work.
Or not work. That pretty much is true.
That's a good one.
So guys, that's what we do. We use those personal relationships to help each other. If somebody tells Foster, I sent you a resume of a Julian Vail, and I want you to go check him out because I think he's a good fit for the job, what do you think I'm going to do? I don't want to have to go through 200 resumes. Number one, I don't have time to do all that. I don't want to have to go through 200 resumes. And so, you know what? If somebody tells me to go and look at Julian Vail, I'm going to go look at Julian Vail. And that's how it works. That's how this network works, guys. I want to share another website with you guys, and that is careerdfw.org. We'll start there. Here in DFW, we got a lot of stuff going on. People across the nation, you guys know that. Go to careerdfw.org. It is a website that has been created. The creator of that website is a guy named Jeff Morris. He's a good friend of mine. He created his website the same time that I created Search for You to serve our network. And so what Career DFW does, guys, it tells you where everything is. It's like GPS for what's going on around Dallas Fort Worth. It's got all kind of information on services. It's got the groups that meet together. It's got information on professional associations that you can get involved with. It's got a lot of information. I would strongly suggest that if you are a job seeker, go check out careerdfw.org. Thanks a lot, Tiff. Now, there is a sister website to careerdfw.org, and it is called careerusa.org. And what you do there, it's like if Julian tells me, Foster, my cousin lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and she got laid off. Is there stuff in Atlanta that can help her get a job like we've got here in DFW? The answer is yes. So if you go to careerusa.org, it shows a number of organizations in other states. We are probably in 30 or so states. Our biggest ones probably are Chicago, New York, of course, New York, Miami, Tampa Bay, all of that sort of stuff. So guys, go to careerusa.org if you're listening to me and you are not in Texas. And hey, we want to hook you up where you are so you don't have to move. It's not bad to relocate to Texas during this time right now. Like yesterday was 108 degrees, so that's about the only gripe I got about Texas. But I was born and raised
It was
here.
very hot. I was glad I had my hat on yesterday.
Oh man, I don't know how you had
You
that
got
hat
one
on,
of you've
boy.
got one of those chrome domes, sort of like me.
I got it. Yeah, I get the Indians came and got me the other day. I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying that word, but I don't care because I am part Choctaw Indian. I do not care about all of this stuff. So, guys,
Right on.
what you got there? What are you holding up there, Julian? What is that?
It's my coffee mug, and with my cowboy hat. You were talking about Indians, so And then on the other side, there's a cowboy hat. And
yeah, then we got the Cowboys right here in
then
DFW.
you got the boot there.
Oh
So,
man.
my daughter gave this to me for my birthday years ago, and I think I've been drinking coffee out of this mug every day for the last 20 years.
Julian and Mez, Mez, I met her in this, probably 10 years ago. I met her because she showed up to our HR meeting, and she is a biochemical engineer, and she had been in oil and gas for 10 years. And I'm like, Mez, what are you doing at an HR meeting? Well, she was wanting to network. She was wanting to know what the network looked like, what are the components that she can use. And those are the things that we're talking about right now. So, Julian, I want to tell people about the Pit Crew. Now, a lot of you guys have heard about the Pit Crew. There's Maz. She's back with us. The Pit Crew stands for Practice Interview Team. Maz, did you ever go through the Pit Crew?
I did. I went through the Pit Crew, and as Foster mentioned, I went through HR group because one, Foster, you invited me. You didn't think I was going to show up, but here we are, 4 or 5 years. 5 years, Foster. 5 years later, I'm still here.
Has it been 5? See, I lied and said 10. It's been seeming like I've known you.
Oh, no. We've known each other a long time. But yeah, it's been 5 years, over 5 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yes,
so getting back to the Pit Crew, guys, when you have an interview, you want to practice that interview. What'd you like about it, Miss?
I loved the fact that because when I went through, it was 2019. So when you went to this practice interview, there's basically a silent panel behind you, and you would witness an interview. So what happened was they put up who was being interviewed, and they still do this, half virtual, half not virtual, but they put up on the board what types of jobs you're about to witness, basically, and they spell it out, and you get to witness it. You get to see, oh, I wouldn't have done that, or oh, I never thought about that question, or okay, I think I need to do this better. And then they give the panel of interviewee, what do you call that? The panel of interviewers give feedback.
Yeah, you can watch somebody get interviewed, and you can learn by watching somebody else get interviewed. And the people that volunteer for this are like VP level, and these are people that have led teams, they've hired people, all of that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So guys,
And
go
that
to
was very good.
yes, go to careerdfw.org and see that pit crew, guys. There, it is
Mhm.
very, very. You know, you can sign up to be the person that gets interviewed. If you've got an interview coming up and you're excited about a job that you found, that, and so is the company excited about interviewing with you, you can bring that particular job description and you can share that with the people that are going to be interviewing you and we're practicing you out, so to speak. And
Mhm.
you can focus on the very thing you're going to be interviewing with, and they'll bring up tips and tricks and that you had no earthly idea that you'd even think about hearing in an interview. But you'll be prepared, and you will. The more prepared we are, guys, in an interview, the more confident we look as we're talking. So
Mhm.
that's the pit crew, guys. Also, guys, there you'll see a deal that says groups. It'll show all the groups that are going on across Dallas Fort Worth, except for the brand new ones that haven't even gotten their information in there yet. I want to ask that everybody say a prayer. Those of you that pray for Jeff Morris. Jeff is
Mhm.
he's on sabbatical right now. He had an injury, and that injury was a little bit more serious than what we thought it was going to be. And so he's still out. He's been out a couple of months now. But pray for Jeff. He wants to get back, but I don't think his doctor wants him to get back at it yet. So Jeff Morris is the guy that I'm talking about, guys. Absolutely wonderful guy. When he gets back, I'm going to suggest that many of you guys connect with him on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. He's
Well,
amazing. He has done so much good for this network and just been such a vital part of this network. I think, Foster, you would agree with that.
uh-huh.
He is
South Lake
amazing.
South Lake Focus Group and the North Texas Job Seekers is
Hmm.
run. It's another group, guys, that's run by D, my buddy D Owen, and she. These are what we call general networking groups, and what I mean by that is not everybody does the same thing. It's a bunch of people from all over the place that are getting together trying to help each other. Then like the group that I invited Mez out to was our HR focus group. Now I, guys, am a recruiter, have been a recruiter forever, so I wanted to break it down into silos. I said, okay, in the general networking groups, you've got people in HR and you got people, some people are in IT and they don't speak the same language. So
I'm sorry.
Mez,
Is that out
Mez,
loud?
Mez has been between both of them. Probably that's why she's
I'm
laughing.
a Leo, so
But
sorry.
if
Go
we
ahead.
break down and talk to the people that know what we're talking, there goes Julian again. Oh my goodness, he'll be back.
Hmm.
So, guys, if you're in IT, get together with the IT network. It is specified for the IT folks. We speak the same language. I was an IT recruiter. So, you guys, we call them special interest groups. A lot of those
Hmm.
special interest groups are on careerdfw.org, careerusa.org. If you're in Atlanta, if you're in New York, those particular groups are listed there as well on careerusa.org. When you connect with the big ones, Marty, hey, my buddy Marty Latman's up there. He is I guess he's a networking everything in New York, and he knows where everything is. And you connect if you connect with him uh, at one of his groups, he can tell you where all the finance people are meeting, where all the IT people are meeting, all that sort of thing. So across the United States, guys, we're breaking this thing down because job search is not the same. I know all of you guys that are listening to me now know job search ain't the same as it used to be.
It is
It's got
not. But Foster, you forgot one of, I feel like we're on an infomercial, but wait, there's more.
There's more. I'm glad you
There's
talk
more.
about North Texas lead. You put it in there.
North Texas Lead. Before I get to North Texas Lead, I want to also comment that this job network also hooks you up with training opportunities. Because remember, I went from oil and gas to IT project management, and I couldn't do that alone. And I only did it because of this network. I was hooked up with the right people. Shout out to Dr. Dumas for hooking me up with Computer Minds, being able to be way overeducated again.
Oh yeah.
And I'm able to sit here saying I have found my dream company and my dream job because of this network. So if you feel like, no, I don't want to go into this specific industry again, it's too volatile, whatever. But we have resources to also help you out with that as well. So that is very important to mention. And we're international. So if you want to go abroad, Foster keeps forgetting this every single week. We are in Greece. We are in Germany. We are in France.
Hey, Monia in Greece. No, you're
Yeah,
watching.
Greece. We are actually in South Africa as well. I don't remember where else.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not the strongest part of our network, but we are developing it. And remember, if you want to do abroad, oh my God, Foster, you can name off like 20 people right off the top of your head to just mention, like, hey, if you want to go to go international, especially in the UK. So just wanted to throw that out there. But but when as we let Julian try to reconnect, technology is wonderful if it works, people. But talking about North Texas Lead, our lovely lady, oh, this woman is a grace and an image to be like just a wonderful, wonderful woman. She is a part of North Texas Lead. So what this is a group of people that have basically rounded up all the top companies in North Dallas and said, hey, we're going to solve your recruiting problem. We are going to vet them for you. And we're going to throw these galas. I'm not kidding. Galas.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They are wonderful. All the candidates are vetted. Very intense interview. I went through the interview process with them, and it's intense. You have a random, because you're not interviewing for a specific job. They're just basically ripping you apart.
Yeah. They're not ripping you apart.
No, they're not ripping you apart. But basically, they're just like, okay, are you not making sure you're serious? So they vet you to the point where, okay, you are now endorsed by us. These are the top 500 companies in the world that we're going to present you to. So they have these events. They are catered, which is so much fun. Especially when you're in a job search, you feel like, yes, you're VIP all of a sudden. And I'm talking about no low totem pole people are there. I think the minimum rank
for executives, it is.
It's all executives that you talk to directly. And Foster, I think you mentioned this last week on our show, that they create jobs in these companies once they meet these candidates. So amazing. You've been vetted. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And guys, they're going to talk to you about what it is that you're looking for and make sure that you are the subject matter expert that you're claiming that you are in that arena. And there are a number of companies that have bought into the system, into the North Texas Lead system. I see Gerard Robo. Guys, Gerard, go to northtexaslead.org. It's in the chat. Go and check them out. It's a good website that explains what they do. And I have seen people that have had the endorsement from North Texas Lead that jobs were created by companies for them. They didn't even have a job open for the person, but because they were vetted out, they created a job for them. That's called a relationship, guys. There's a lady named Gina Bivens. I want to shout out to Gina. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I want to shout out to Gina Bivens, is the owner and founder of that company, and Sonia Scott for running it. So,
I love Sonia.
Love Dana, we hook up with these people and we build relationships with these people for a reason, guys. This is why we do this. And then we try to explain. We've had them on the way. We had Gina and Sonia both.
Yeah, we've had both of them.
Absolutely. So, guys, check out North Texas Lead. I'm really glad you brought that up. That is awesome.
What else? We have so many parts of this network.
There is so much in this, and it really is. It's like, where do I go next? Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. That's actually a good point. So mind you, we are developing and we are spreading our wings and trying to help as many people as possible. We're giving you so much information all at the same time. So remember to pace yourself, especially on careerdfw.org. Oh my God. The first time I saw the website and like the calendar, I went cross-eyed. You have to use your filters and you have to pace yourself because you can do one thing way too much. You can network too much. You can be behind your computer too much.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So we hear music. We will be back. We'll be right back.
We're going to either have Julian or continue talking about this.
Exactly. See you guys in a bit.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark. Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Welcome back, everybody. We've had a great first half of this show, and we are about to have another.
Am I back?
You are back, Julian.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Fabulous.
Absolutely. So welcome back. And as again, thank you for NTX Radio, formerly known as Joco Community Radio.
Yeah, we're still Joco Community Radio. We ain't changed.
No, we haven't changed very much, that's for sure. But Foster, I have definitely expanded.
I'm sorry.
I have a proposal.
Go.
I have a dad joke.
Good.
It's kind of a dad joke, but it's kind of a riddle. So if everybody's
it's bad, they can shoot arrows at you and not me.
Okay. So how do you put an elephant in the refrigerator?
Elephant thing, huh?
Mm-hmm. We're talking about elephants before, so that's what.
How do you put an elephant in a refrigerator?
Correct.
One piece at a time, I would imagine.
Julian, any guesses?
Well, I kind of like Foster's answer. One piece at a time, kind of like how do you eat an elephant, right? I don't know. This is a different bit of an elephant joke.
Come on. All right.
On,
so
man.
you open the door and you put it inside. Okay.
Nice.
Wait, there's more. There's a meeting in the jungle. All the animals are there. Who is missing?
The elephant. You put him in the refrigerator.
Yes. Good.
There you go.
That was good.
So you got me going. Now if it's silly, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna tell you that's got to be one big refrigerator.
The same size, with no specification. Oh Lord.
I see hey Mez, I see Bill Benishek is with us and Dion. We had Dion on the show a couple of weeks ago. Dion Lawrence, shout out to D.
Hey D.
What's going on,
Glad you guys
Dion
are
Marshall
having
Lawrence?
fun.
See, I remember.
Guys, gotta remember, I know it's a hard time sometimes, especially towards the midsummer, early fall. I remember, I've been there, done that. It sucks. Like, oh, I'm gonna be hired up in like 2 weeks. Yeah.
It takes a little
7
bit
to
more
9
these
months later.
days. That's right.
7 to 9 months later. But hang in there, keep persisting, ask any questions you need to ask about this network. All of our network research. What was that website we talked about, Foster? Before
CareerDFW.org?
No. The Georgia, Atlanta-based one.
That is RUMC. That stands for Roswell United Methodist Church. If you guys go to Career USA, like I asked you before, you can find it there, or you can go to Google. Y'all know Google know everything. So, so you can put in Roswell United Methodist Church, and it will show you that website, and you can navigate towards the job seeking events, and they've got a bigger group as we do, as South Lake Focus Group is here in DFW. So that's for folks that are in and around the Atlanta area. Guys, go check them out. RUMC is what we call it, the Roswell United Methodist Church.
Not Run
I
DMC.
want to introduce you. Not Run DMC. You know, Julian, I forgot to tell you, I met those guys when I was in college.
Okay, oh, cool. I believe you.
Yeah.
He's met everybody.
Not everybody. I'm trying to, though.
But that's what networking is all about, right? So you can meet people.
That is exactly what it's about. So you know what? I want to introduce you guys to this guy, this cool cat right here named Julian Vail. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something cool about Julian. So the last 4 digits of his phone number spells Vail. Y'all know how that goes. Julian is an awesome he's going to be your cybersecurity governance, IT governance person. And we're going to talk to Julian about what he's looking for and who he is. But he's the security risk management governance guy. So what does all that mean, Julian? What is
that? And and Mez, it's a pleasure to be here, and it's absolute an honor to be here and speaking with you and all your listeners today. But in the field of cybersecurity, risk management, all of those buzzwords, corporate compliance, governance, data mitigation. True, that's a great question. What does it mean? It means, in short, that I help keep the bad guys out.
Yeah, that is
right. What it's, and we're talking about network. Everything runs on a network. Most of your listeners are white collar professionals. They use a computer. They use some sort of device to connect to people. But in those connections, they transfer data. They either do some sort of sales, or they do some sort of
email,
they email, they do documents, they write contracts, they do ordering. If I come from a telecom background like yourself, and when you get into that, you've got corporations. It's not just a person that's a customer, but you've got businesses, enterprise customers, and they have global presence around the world. And how do they connect? Through networks. There's data. If you can only imagine the immense amount of data that's traveling around the globe right now as we speak, not only wirelessly, but on wireline, right?
Yeah, wireline,
and people often overlook satellite transmission, as well
as yeah, I think we know about all of the data that is happening all over the world and the importance of it. But how can we help our job seekers and yourself utilize this knowledge?
Well, one, of course, you have to protect your data, right? You have to protect your privacy. And so just like you don't want your personal information shared, companies don't want their sensitive,
personal information.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And companies have obligations to their customers. They're stakeholders, if you will. They're company
their customer
assets.
data. Yeah.
They're company
Yeah.
assets, exactly. And so that's what I do. I help companies internally protect their data so that their development teams, their testing teams, even their end users stay within the confines of corporate compliance and all. And so that's what I do.
What target companies or industries are you looking for right now?
Well, the things that interest me are mid to larger companies where there's a lot of data involved. You know, as the smaller startups, they're not going to have a global presence. So a company, a mid-size or large that has a global presence, which is typically going to have that type of a use case that needs to be mitigated, especially if they have offshore employees and or vendors who do the work.
Hey, Julian,
Go ahead, Foster. I didn't mean to cut you
okay,
off.
Julian, are there rules and regulations? This stuff say you're going to get a new client, and does that client ask questions about? Okay, you guys, we're going to be working in this arena. We want our, of course, we want our data that we're going to share with you guys that you're going to work on to be safe. Are there certain things that we have to do? Are there certain communications we have to make with that company to ensure that that data is going to be secure?
Absolutely. There are government regulations that companies have to adhere to. There are industry policies, even internal policies that there's also a different type of policy that's governed by the EU. You know, so if you have data, think about it, it goes both ways. If you have data that's leaving the United States to go offshore, we're complying with the United States regulations, but if there's data coming from the EU, you know, the EMEA or Asia Pac or LATAM countries, they have regulations that also apply coming back because we're offshore to other countries.
Oh my God. Sounds like a hodgepodge.
It is.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, Julian, you're going to be the person that a company is going to hire to lead this charge to set the boundaries, set those rules and regulations for that particular company and the way they operate. Is that accurate?
That's a pretty fair statement, Foster.
There we go.
Oh, man. Look at me. I stumbled upon something.
Look at all fancy dancy over there.
Well, another thing to add into that is that, you know, the AI, right? AI is the big buzzword these days.
Oh my God, yeah.
And if you just think about the type of risks that we've had in play forever, ever since the internet became a thing, now we've got AI. This you know, this robot out there that's going to automate the world. And it's a scary thing. Yeah, that's a scary thing, right?
It is scary. Yeah.
And so there's going to be more of a threat to data breaches than ever before. So
I highly doubt that. Just want to disclose real quick so everybody doesn't freak out. AI
well, no, I mean, but we won't freak out because we're going to have people like myself in place to help mitigate that.
Oh, nice. Slash.
There you
go. Nice.
Okay.
There you go.
It's called Jobseeker.
No pun intended, right?
All right.
The range of what we can do. I mean, look at Mez. Mez is a biochemical engineer, guys. She spent 10 years.
That's impressive.
In oil and gas. It is impressive. And I didn't know what to do with her when I first met her. Now I've got her out here on the radio. Now, who would have ever thought about something like that? So, guys, as you're in job search, a lot of times utilize those skills that you have. Build those relationships with the people. It's like, I don't know why I'm talking to this person. Well, you know, something might build out of that. As you build those, what's that, Mez? What's my word? Relationship.
I like that. I like that.
When I first met Julian, I didn't know Julian, but when Julian started talking, I said, "This dude's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if Julian will let me build a relationship with him." So we started spending time. We're talking, and he showed up at the job fair yesterday, and we talked at the job fair, and he handed out information about this show at the job fair. So you guys, everything that we've learned in corporate America and the things that we have been, what's that word that I like to use, conditioned to learn. Let's be ourselves, guys. Let's reach out and let's just connect, because I love technology, but technology cannot run this world. Obviously, AI, I love you, AI. You're really, really good, but I've got to control you, AI. If you're going to say something about Foster, I want to make sure you're saying the right thing.
Well, and I want to just layer on to that conversation about relationships. For me, you know, I'm new to this career transition world, and I'm really embracing it in a wonderful way, because it gets me connected to people like yourselves, as well as all those wonderful people I've been meeting at these job fairs and these different networking groups. But I want to add this to our listeners. What's become really known to me is that when you're looking or talking with a prospective employer, it's not just about them choosing you. It's about you choosing them.
Oh God, yeah. I'm glad you said that.
Oh my God, is it really?
Praise Jesus, hallelujah. I have seen the light, glory, hallelujah.
Julian, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of job seekers don't think that. We think we got to play the game.
You're right.
Well, you know what? Some of us can't. We may try. Foster may try to play the game, but Foster keeps coming out. And then later on, people decide, well, you know, Foster's not that bad. He's got a place of value in this world. And I like to make fun of myself as I get older, guys, because I'm finding out things I can do now that I had no earthly idea.
Exactly.
That I should even have tried before. And the world is changing. Guys, pay attention to what's going on out there. Be a part of what you see going on. If it don't smell right, run away from it. If it smells right, get in there with Julian and just have a party.
If it walks like a duck,
really,
acts like a duck, it might be a duck.
That's right. It is. And you know, just go have fun with it, because when you bring that confidence to networking with your peers and or prospective employers, you know, they're going to sense that about you, that, hey, the world is right with Foster, the world is right with Mez, the world is right with Julian, and I want to partner with that person. I want to utilize that person's assets so that I can help grow my organization, that I can grow my customer base, that I can protect my data, that I can, really show my stakeholders we got it going on, and I need somebody like Foster, Mez, Julian, or anybody that's listening to us today, because we got it going on.
Absolutely.
We do. Hey, Julian, so these monstrosities that I've worked for, these IBMs and Citigroups and
Verizon.
That sounds bad. Verizon. Oh, yeah.
That's a nice segue right there.
Hey, Mez, Julian and I both worked at Verizon. We weren't there at the same time, but most people spend more time.
Well, we crossed over. We were crossing over because, we go back to the GTE days. Before.
Oh, my God.
I feel like we're living in like a vampire movie.
Company I ever worked for. I love GTE. We are both telecom. And guys, as these things change, get out amongst people. I love the technology, but I and Mez and Dana and Tiffany, and there's a big group of us, Julian, I can throw Julian in this too. We've got to keep this human element going.
Absolutely.
If we live on our computers and all we are is a piece of data, Julian,
a
piece of data on a computer, that data may or may not be accurate, and it may not be applied in the correct sense. We have to make sure that it does. We have to know somebody somewhere where we can talk for ourselves other than the computer trying to tell everybody who we are.
Hey, well,
exactly.
Like we didn't know what an ATS was.
A lot of people
don't. Tracking system, right?
ATS.
What the hell?
Applicant tracking system.
Right. And when the last time I was out in the pool swimming with other resumes, it was does anybody know yeah, does anybody remember what a Usenet group is?
Oh
Mez,
my
are you
God!
old enough to know what? Oh my gosh! Look at that. Mez is shaking her head.
Mez isn't old enough. No.
I don't know.
That goes back to GTE.
That goes back to the early days of the internet.
I remember that.
That was the first group. First groups. They were Usenet groups, and that's where you interacted with people. And so I was dropping my resume in these varying groups recruiters go to, and it didn't matter how formatted it was just a text file, and as long as you had the keywords in there, right, that was the human element. That's the point I'm trying to emphasize back to Foster's point. We've got to keep the human element in there. The ATS the tracking system, don't get bogged down with all of that worrisome thinking, like, oh my God, if my resume isn't ATS friendly, I'm never going to find that next big job. No, that's not true. You got to come do this kind of stuff too.
I have literally over 500 versions of my resume, Julian, and it's because I do. I have
500.
At least 500.
And I don't think that's a good idea. I'll tell you guys why later.
No, it's not a good idea. I get it.
No. So, guys, when you apply for jobs, and I don't want to get too far away from Julian, because thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany put Julian's connect information. I was going to ask Julian what's the best way we can contact you. But you big companies, and there are a number of you guys that are listening right now because I invited you. Well, hopefully you will. And you know what?
They're here.
Yeah, they're here. They're absolutely here. So, guys, if we don't keep that human element going, somebody's got to explain what all the technology is trying to help us do. Somebody's got to get in there. Yep. You're not going to work with Foster's company if you don't have a relationship with Foster.
Correct.
I mean,
I love that about Julian. Julian, he is one. It is very rare. Just want to throw this out to the universe. It is very rare to find a person like Julian to begin with, because he's charismatic. He's interpersonal. He can charm you, but he's in IT. And in IT security.
Yeah, he's smart. He can hang out with all them people, talk all that noise.
So you have the best of both worlds. Like, think about it. Like, he won in IT cybersecurity on a radio show. That is a double entendre, or like an oxymoron on it. Yeah. See, I'm learning from you, Foster.
That's cool.
That's amazing. So he is liaison already from the technical side of things. He can talk to the people in the caves, like we slip him pizza once in a while, the programmers, and he go, okay, thank you. We will go to corpus now. Like, he can do that. So it's not just his knowledge of the industry or the technology, it's being able to communicate. Because a lot of times we always forget, we have the best technology. I mean, Julian, you have this today. Yeah, apparently. Well, not mine. My dog is scared as a thunderstorm.
That's mine. That's mine. I apologize.
Okay. What's his name, Julian?
Mine's scared.
Oh, that's a cutie.
Oh, I hate him.
I see. We even have our four-legged
we're
variety.
adding an element. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Because we're real people. We're not just a resume. We're not just a resume on an ATS site. We're not just remote workers. We are real people. We love to get together with other people. And so I want to say, Mez, to the listeners, this is the first time I've ever spoke to Mez. Yeah. And I want to say thank you, because your observation and feedback, you pretty much spot on described who I am and what I bring to my daily work. I am that liaison between development, IT, the tech side, and the business side, because the two do not talk the same language.
Don't know.
And I'm a translator. That's what I do. I translate.
Yeah, that's true,
Julian.
That's
awesome. Well, I'm grateful. I'm glad to spell it out loud, and that's I have no filter, if you couldn't tell.
And and that's a skill set that you have too.
And this
You're
is
a
good
good
radio
people.
show not to have a filter. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good people reader, Bez.
Yeah, thank you.
I think you are.
Well, I appreciate it. And you are, I'm not worried about you. We have the golden Foster and Jobfather
the
seal of
Jobfather
approval.
seal of approval. That's right.
Right. But you're right. We are people. And that's the thing. Technology is one that we create because we are people. We are the ones creating it. It will automatically be flawed. And we automatically have to have people to translate. So I think that's a good message to send out to the universe as well for everybody dealing with technology. But the most important thing that Foster, Dana, myself, you are just trying to express, there is no replacement for human connection.
None at all. Because that's a true connection. We don't really connect with the technology. We get an idea of what we might want to talk about, but did you just hear what I said? Talk about. You got to have a person to talk about something. Unless you're Maz might talk to the wall. Girl, don't sing. Don't do that.
Something that just popped into my head too was, when you get siloed in your corporate careers and everybody puts these titles after their names, or even when you're in an organization, and hey, no disrespect to the different levels of management, because they're all in place for a reason, but I think it's often easy to get obscured and maybe intimidated by someone's title, especially if they're an executive, a VP, I can't talk to that person. Listen, when you're out in career transition, it's a level setter. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. So you just get out there and network your butt off.
Julian, I'm glad that you got a chance to meet Maz, because Maz is usually the person behind the scenes with all the data, sharing all of our data with the world out there to let them know about this radio show. There was an observation that I made yesterday, is that here's Julian, this high-level data security guy. He's at the job fair. Yeah, that's cool. But Julian said we got a load of people looking for a job. People need to know about this radio show. I'm going to print out, and I didn't tell you this, Mez, but Julian printed out, he had a lot of printout papers that he was hanging out.
Flyers. I made flyers.
He made, that's the word I was looking for, flyers. And there are a number of people that are listening to us right now. I know it's always that way. And then later, because we're going to be captured on YouTube. But, Julian, that's an observation I made. You companies that are listening right now, this is the type of person that lives in the box but knows how to operate outside of the box to hire. So if you guys can bring in that type of leader, Julian is not a boss. He's a leader. And I'm going off, and Foster, you like Julian. He's your buddy. There's a reason, guys, that I like Julian. There's a reason that I connect with Julian. Okay, I'm going to shut up about this, Julian.
No, it's awesome. But one thing that I don't think everybody doesn't realize about Foster is that he seems like he's friends. Yeah, get nervous. He seems like he's friends with everybody, but he's not. You're not. Like, he doesn't let you, if you are a friend, you are a friend.
That's right.
So I just don't want everybody to come on here like, he says that about everybody. No, he doesn't.
No, I don't.
No.
To add on to that, I want to remind everybody that don't forget the power of your network.
Yeah.
Because when I discovered that I was out there, I had to dust off my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
I realized, oh my God, I know a lot of people. And then when I stumbled across this Frisco Connect thing and the Meet the Recruiters things a few weeks ago, I said, Foster Williams, I know that guy. I know that guy. And boom,
guys,
here I am.
Guys, we will see you guys next Friday. Time to shut down.
Love you guys. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Rock on.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices